See if this works. Trying something a little different. Instead of the angle from my direct POV, I have this kind of more centered. So it's almost like maybe you're sitting in the back seat and kind of leaning forward to listen to me. That kind of perspective. I don't know if this will work. I'll try it, post it, see what you guys think. I can move it around. I bought this new rig. It suction cups to the sunroof and then hangs down my DJI Pocket mobile. If you're interested in the rig, let me know. I'll do a separate video on that because it's actually pretty slick. But what I'm doing that I want to share with you guys is I'm kind of, I don't want to say test driving, but kind of test driving. This is the car, this is one of my cars. This is the car that my wife and I have set up for our daughter. And she drives a lot. So I think this is the biggest point I'm going to make with this video is if you tend to work on your own vehicles or at least are mechanically inclined enough, beautiful, by the way, this is Crystal Lake, beautiful area of the northern Michigan area. But I think it's wise, and I've neglected this in a while. It's been a while since I've driven this car. Because there's noises and everything, and you know, even your own car, sometimes it's nice to have somebody else drive it because they might go like, dude, this thing is sloppy or something, because usually these things slowly progressively get worse and you just kind of acclimate to them. You don't realize they're bad. And this is a 2013 Toyota RAV4 XLE. I bought this when used car prices were terrible. I paid like 15 grand for it, but I had like 130,000 or 120 something like that on it. And this is pretty much the only car that our daughter has driven over the last 3 years. It has 197,000 miles on it now, so she's gonna roll 200K soon. And these engines are known for oil consumption. So I just changed the oil, and I did usually I have her take it into a quick lube place, and I think I need to change it myself because I was more thorough. I think they're good, don't get me wrong, I trust this place, they're good, and I'm running a little bit better quality and thicker oil. Usually this engine, let me back up, drive your kid's car because you can figure out if something's wrong. They're just driving it, they're oblivious, they're jamming the stereo. That's what I'm doing right now. So anyway, this engine typically takes 0 W20 oil, and this engine's starting to do the oil consumption thing that this engine's known to do. It's very minor right now, but I'm gonna run a little bit thicker oil in it. So I put 530 in it. I know that might be controversial for the oil snobs out there, but this has 200,000 miles on it, and this engine's starting to go downhill as far as that aspect of it. So I'm gonna run 530 in it and see how it plays out. I'm gonna see if it makes a difference. Also, this engine needs a water pump. The water pump's starting to seep just a little bit. It's not a super difficult job to do. If you guys want to, I can video that if you want as well. I can do a little bit of automotive BS and show you guys. I'll probably take it over to my buddy's house, Turbo's Toy Box. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description, but he's got a lift, and he's actually an ASE certified mechanic, so it's nice to work with him. Him and I have worked together on cars for decades though, and it's not that difficult of a job on this vehicle. I also put in new headlights. I'll take a picture, I'll drop a picture in the video of showing you that. But I'm losing light though, so I can't really show you that. I still need to aim them, but I did a quick aim the best I could without being super level surface and 25 feet back and the right heights and everything. So I just did a quick aim. They seem to be pretty good. I upgraded the bulbs 2 years ago, and they've actually worked really good. They're an LED fan cooled bulb, but the driver's side one, the left one, starting to make a little bit of noise, so I just ordered a new pair of those. So I'm gonna get those in. And also before winter, for the people that drive in a lot of wet or winter, you'll know this is true. I'm gonna replace the fog lights because they're starting to get a little scratched up and damaged, and I'm gonna go with amber fogs on this. So amber fog lights are like kind of the yellow amber light is less reflective off from, you know, the white snowy surfaces. So up in northern Michigan, it makes a dramatic difference as far as driving in the snowy conditions. So I know my daughter will appreciate that as well. Other than that, I've done the brakes on this. I've done, you know, some other miscellaneous things. This thing's been mostly reliable. I mean, actually really reliable. She said something about the transmission maybe shifted weird, but she kind of just started it up and went, didn't let it warm up. I have changed the fluids in the transmission. It might be due again, so I'll probably do that again here soon, as well as the rear differential. As of now, because this thing isn't rusting out, there's some corrosion on it, but it's not rusting very bad. So as of now, I think I'm gonna keep this going. Even if the engine takes a crap, I can buy a junkyard engine for like $1,000 with 100,000 miles on it. And Andy Turbo and I can put it in a weekend. Same thing for the transmission. I could probably pick a used one up for like $600 or $700, and him and I could throw it in an afternoon. The transmission's even easier to do. So I think I'm just gonna keep it going. I know my daughter has strong interest in driving a manual trans. I have that manual trans Accord, and she did learn how to drive a manual both with her brother's cars and my Civic Si that I had. So I'm going to work with her on the Accord before it snows, and maybe she can drive that a couple of days. But maybe next spring, she doesn't watch my videos, so and you guys won't tell her, but maybe I'll get a manual transmission car that she can drive, and this can be more of a daily driver slash become like winter beater duty. I think this would be a really good everyday potential, you know, the days that are crappy and you don't want to drive the manual trans car. This could be a really good platform. These RAV4s are great cars. My wife has a newer one, but I kind of like this generation. I would even consider picking up, I don't know, I like the Toyotas. We just went and test drove the new Passport, the Honda Passport, and it's nice and everything, but I think these Toyotas are just a little bit better overall quality. So, and I've never owned a Lexus. There's a lot of cars I haven't owned, but I'm definitely biased towards these Toyotas of late. So, I'm pretty happy with this. Actually, I kind of have my eyes on another car. I'm not even going to talk about it yet because I need to take care of some monies. I still have the 4Runner too. My son's been using, but I might get that back. I might sell that. So if anybody's interested in a really clean 2014 4Runner with like 140-some thousand miles on it, that might end up selling that because I don't really have a use for it. So, and if I do that, I might pick up another car. I got to find a place to put these cars though. That's, yeah, good problem to have, right? Watches. So I'm wearing the G-Shock Bling Master, and I wore it during the working on the car and everything, and it makes me think I could easily just have like G-Shocks and Seikos, and I'm pretty well set on Seikos. I have the Grand Seiko. Let me back up, because I got to be careful. You guys do it too when it comes to watches or any other hobby. Like, you start to recognize how good something is that you have or you try, and you're like, okay, well, I'll just take more of those. Like, so I'll buy like all the other G-Shocks. It's like, hold on, you already have a couple of great ones. Just stop buying them. Just wear the ones you have. That's the difficult part, right? When you get immersed into a hobby, how do you stop? How do you? This would probably be more of a Jeff McMahon conversation. Isn't that so beautiful? I don't know if you guys can see that. That's such a beautiful area. There's a nice sunset going on. So if way over there would be Lake Michigan at the Crystal Lake, there's a little bit of land, and then you got Lake Michigan on the far west side, and that would be kind of like north of Frankfort, Michigan, a little bit. So I've taken you over there, Point Betsy area and stuff like that. I'm going to take you up here. We'll end the video. This Crystal Drive, yeah, Crystal Drive, Crystal Ave's on the other side. Crystal Drive will intersect with M22, which shares Crystal Drive along the water. And if you go right, it's just M22. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to make a right, and then I'll show you a sign that is important to this area as well, because it's all this west and north side over here is National Lakeshore. So it's Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore. Beautiful area. A lot of great homes along here. Great people too. I've talked to some of these people, you know, on summertime, if you're out here walking or I work out in this area a lot. So I don't live here, but I work here, sort of thing. So I'm familiar with it. So I've talked to a lot of these people while doing some of my day job stuff. Yeah, real rough, right? I get to work and live near a place where, you know, thousands of people come to vacation every year. So you can see the sign there. Well, maybe you can't, but to the right is Platte River and Empire if you keep going far enough. To the left, oh, and then we got the Ironman coming up too in a couple weeks or next week or something like that. There's an Ironman they've been doing every year out of Frankfurt. Maybe I'll get some video of that. Yeah, our headlights are on, okay. It's just not quite dark enough yet, so. And I've driven you guys all through this area before, but here's that sign. Maybe you can see it. We got this Snoopy thing. Yeah, now the video's done. So there's can you see that? Yeah, you can kind of see that. The Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore. Very beautiful area. A lot of great hikes. So that'll conclude this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.